McKenzie River.
Hey there, Miles McLaughlin at Wilco.
White water rapids.
I've got a new property to share. It's Riverfront
pretty,
acreage. It's almost 200
amazing.
acres of riverfront property. So this is on the McKenzie River in Oregon. This is in Lane County, Oregon. I'm really excited to bring this out. We don't always get riverfront property, but
this little turn off
we do
where
here.
the
It's awesome.
campfire
So
isn't part of the property, but this tree is.
this is our photographer's video. So I'm actually going to click through some of these sections. It's about 10-12 minutes long, so I'm not going to keep you in this video that whole time. But what I'm going to discuss in this video is FAQs, you know, what you can do with the property potentially, what I'm seeing in the property, a little bit of a background on us. Our company's Wilco Land. We buy and sell land sight unseen. My name's Miles McLaughlin. Most likely if you're buying land here, you're going to talk to me at some point or somebody that works here. So you can see that, you know, this looks like somebody was maybe camping on our property. You know, maybe you want to get a survey at some point. Maybe you can go find survey markers, but when I pull up the property on Google Earth and GIS maps, you're going to have a much better look at seeing that. So take a look. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this is just under half an acre, and it's on the McKenzie River. So let me show you where the property is located, how to access it. You know, viewers are welcome. We offer a self-service real estate model. With that self-service real estate model comes, you know, buyer's due diligence. You know, we want to give the power in you guys' hand to do your own due diligence. I do have a blog on how to do Lane County due diligence, so it's going to teach you how to get on the county website, look at zoning, look at access, look at applicable features to the property, right? So if you ever heard of a GIS map, Lane County has a great GIS system. You can see this is a forested area. National forests are all around this property. This is the McKenzie River, rafting, fishing. There's also a boat ramp very close by. So Wilco Land offers owner carry for all of its properties. Again, I mean, this is what you're buying. This is really hard to beat. There's only so much of this in the United States, and there's not much of it offered with owner carry options. So again, I wanted to touch on that video. It should be shared on our website along with these photos I'm browsing through, but it's mostly flat. There's some drop off into the river. Again, this would be an awesome recreational property. Due to the size of it, I'm under the assumption you most likely you're not going to build a house here. You know, maybe you can get something unique passed and certified by the county. Let me show you why. I mean, it is a very thin sliver of land. So I've actually drawn a line here or a path along the McKenzie River, showing you about 198 yards. I'm using the ruler tool here on Google Earth. So if you ever want to use that, looking at other properties, going off grid, that's pretty helpful. So again, you know, we have this little sliver of land here along the river. As you can see, there's rapids right. I mean, this is so cool. There's probably an eddy you can go trout fishing over here in. I mean, this is awesome. This is your own private, you know, campground, place to RV, things of that nature. So let me open this up a little bit too, the wide section of this property. I mean, these are approximations too, but, you know, 17 yards maybe. You're looking at other areas. And sometimes this is a GIS overlay. So what it's doing is overlaying a plat map on Google Earth. So, you know, in all reality, you could get this surveyed and it might reach a little bit more over here. So, you know, again, there may be survey markers, there may not be, but this is our property. This is a long little sliver along the McKenzie River. So we have this link downloaded on the website. So you can actually hop on our website, download the KMZ file. If you're curious, like, you know, hey, I've never been there. What's the area like? You can actually hop and look at, I pulled up the little yellow guy here. You can look at street views on the McKenzie River. That's how cool a river it is. Google took the time to give us street views here. This is what it looks like in the fall. So I could sell you all day on the river here. Again, we talked about using GPS coordinates to potentially access it, which I'll get to next. But again, this is really a recreational mecca of activity. I'll let you play around. You can do this on Google Maps or Google Earth. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing this cursor. I'm waiting for it to pop up blue, and I'm looking at street views. So you can get an idea from the comfort of your living room. Hey, this is where I'm buying just under half an acre. It's 0.4 acres. It's on the McKenzie River here in Lane County, Oregon. I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of where it's located on a map next. So let's get to that. All I did was plug in the GPS coordinates here. And here's the boat launch I mentioned here, Buckart Boat Launch. There's a campground basically across the river. So walk across the river and it's a huge campground here. This is a national forest road. We saw on Google Earth, if you get off the McKenzie Highway here, there's like a dirt road that shoots back to the edge of our property here. So that's something to keep in mind. You're not going to be accessing it off the highway there, most likely. So we're just east of Eugene here, about, how far east of Eugene are we? We're looking at roughly 55 miles, 47 miles, 45 miles east of Eugene. So we're pretty close to McKenzie Bridge, the Willamette National Forest, and Rainbow, Oregon here. So again, I mean, like I said, Blue River Lake, I mean, there's just a mecca of activity, the Cougar Reservoir, really just a mecca of activity. So again, all I'm doing is using the GPS coordinates. I'm plugging it in. You guys are welcome to do that. This is National Forest here too. So you guys are welcome to do that and go visit the property anytime. The next thing I want to get to is clicking around at ownership maybe a little bit. I believe this is owned by U.S. Forest Service. Let me get rid of this and see if I can start clicking on some of this. So Oregon Department of Transportation here. I'm assuming this is part of that ownership with that boat ramp, which may be somewhere along here based on looking at Google Earth. Here's the bridge. Here's the boat ramp. So as you can see, we found the boat ramp. This is actually the bridge that shot over there. So again, the boat ramp's very close to your property if you're buying it from us. This is private ownership there. Private ownership there. This is Oregon Department of Transportation. I'm not sure what they have going on there. It might just be an unused property or something for easement purposes to get to the river. TBD. We're not local. You'll have to go kind of check that out yourself. I'm assuming this is a 2 acre that's private. I'm not seeing any ownership reports here, but on the county GIS map, you probably can. I'm guessing this is actually all part of that Oregon Department of Transportation. What we're seeing here. So again, you can see this dirt road coming off the highway. So you would get off the highway somewhere back here, same way. And that, it might be right here. And I think you shoot back on this dirt road all the way to our property. And then you're there. So again, you can use a ruler in Google Earth. I have this link shared inside the website listing on Wilco Land. So we've covered some of that. The last thing I want to do is just mention this is most likely a recreational property. You're going to have a tough time building anything according to county codes, at least. Maybe they allow you some sort of unique structure. Maybe it's something on stilts. Maybe they allow something there, but it is part of the scenic waterway here in Oregon. And you'll have to work with the county for any, unconventional plans you might have. But, at very least, you have a really cool recreational property. You can look up property, Lane County, Oregon, parcel search. Again, this property is undeveloped. You can go to Lane County parcel search and start to look up properties. And all you're going to use is the APN number to start to search it. You're going to accept the disclaimer and you're going to use the APN to search it. So I won't continue this video and go over it. I will show you where you can go find a blog where I actually show you how to use Lane County's GIS system to your advantage, looking at roads, looking at zoning, looking at steepness. Anything you want to know is on Lane County's zoning website. So it's right here, how to use Lane County, Oregon property research database in your land search. I give you a step-by-step tutorial how to search this property if you want to do that on your own. If I'm covering things that you're looking for, or I'm not covering things in this video that you're looking for. So again, Miles at Wilco Land, owner carries offered with this property. Give us a call if you have questions. We're talking about McKenzie River waterfront property here in Lane County, Oregon. I'm out for this video. Thanks for viewing.